Hello my dear students, welcome you again. Last theoretical lecture of unit number 3. After that we are going to implement this 3.4 to 3.8 concept practically. So in this video lecture we are going to discuss 3.6 index, then different types of index, and last point is the synonyms. Okay. So in this video lecture we are going to discuss 3.6, 3.7 and 3.8. After watching this video, student can easily understand and explain different types of index used in the SQL with proper examples. Then student can easily explain different operation on index in the SQL with appropriate examples. Third outcome of this video lecture, student can explain what is a synonym. Last, student can explain different operations on the synonyms. Basically, from the 3.4 we are discussing the different database objects. So we have already studied view, then we have studied a sequence. Basically there are two operations, to create and to drop. So in this video also we are going to discuss some database objects. So database object, that is an index. So what is an index in the SQL? So index are a special lookup table that the database search engine can use to speed up the data retrieval operation. Simply, it puts an index pointer to a data in the table. An index in the database is very similar to index in a book. Okay, so in any book we have an index page. On index page it is a unit, it's a detail, and on which page that unit will start. Due to that we can easily go to that unit in the book. So similarly, the index in the SQL is a lookup table like concept which having the unique pointer to a data in a table or in a database. Using that we can directly retrieve that data. So basically for retrieving a data we require indices, and we can create indices on the database. For example, if you want to refer all the pages in the book that discuss in the certain topic, you must first refer an index, which is a list of all the topic alphabetically, and they are having a specific page number for specific topic. So that is the concept of index in the book. Similarly, it is used in the database. In the index helps to speed up a select query, where clause, but it slows down a data input with update and insert statement. Using the index, select and where are speed up, and update and insert are slow down. The index can be created and dropped with does not having the effect on the data. So we can create an index, we can drop an index without affecting the data in the table. Creating an index involves create index statement. So create index is a statement, using that we can create an index which allows you to have a name to the index. So create index name. For the specific table or specific column in that table, we can create an index. Generally, we can create an index in ascending or descending order. Basically, when we are creating index, the index is unique, like a unique constraint. So index prevents a duplication in the entry. So index are generally created on the columns which are primary key or which is a unique. So this is called as an index. So index is a unique value created on the record. Due to that, we can easily retrieve that data in the database. So that is a index. So index is a simple lookup table like concept which is used to retrieve data in the fast manner. So what are the different operations on the index? So we can create an index. So to create an index, we are using create index command. Basically, create index command has a syntax like this: create index, index name on, it is very important, on table name. So it will create an index. It will create a simple index on the table. Single column index. Okay. So there are different types of index: single column index, then unique index, and third composite index. So what is a single column index? The index which is created on a single column on the single table is called as a single index. Okay, so index is created on the specific column, single specific column in the table is called as a single index. It might be a primary key in that table. So how to create a single index? Create index, index name on table name, column name. Okay, suppose roll number is a primary key. If you want to create a single index on the single column on the roll number, then create index, student index on student table in bracket roll number. It will create an index on the student table using the column roll number. Then second is unique index. It is a second type of index. Unique index are used not only for performance but it also for integrity. An unique index does not allow any duplicate value to be inserted in the table. Okay, generally unique index is created on the unique table constraint or unique table column. ज्या कॉलम मध्ये युनिक व्हॅल्यूज आहेत त्यावरच युनिक इंडेक्स आपण क्रिएट करू शकतो. That will be avoid a duplication. So index will be used to avoid a duplication using the unique constraint. So we can create a unique index using create unique index. So what is the syntax to create a unique index? Create unique index, index name on table name bracket column name. A column must have a unique value. So that is the syntax to create a unique index. Create unique index, index name on table name bracket column name. That column must have a unique values. So it will create a unique index. A third and last type of index is composite index. A composite index will be created using two or more columns in the table. The syntax of composite index is very simple. Create index, index name on table column 1 comma column 2, where we are creating single column index or composite index. It will be considered a column generally which is used in the where clause. Okay, so we are using the columns which are used for the conditions. Okay, to understand a composite index, index having the multiple values means multiple common values is called as a composite index. Single index, single column, it is implemented on the single column. Unique index implemented on the column which having the unique value. Composite index, it is index created on the multiple columns on the table. Last is implicit index. The implicit index are automatically created on the database. Okay, when an object is created, the index is automatically created using the primary key constraint or unique key constraint. The implicit index is automatically index created by a DBMS system. So that is index which is automatically created by the DBMS system is known as implicit index. Generally it is used or it is created using the primary key or unique key. Okay, so these are the 4 types of index. So single column index, then unique column index, composite index and implicit index. These are the index, and index are generally lookup table which are used to identify specific data in the database. Then next operation, how to drop an index. If you want to drop an index, then you are using a drop index command. The index is the database object. If you want to remove the object from the database, you must use a drop command. If you want to delete an index, then you must use a drop index command. So syntax is drop index and index name, which checks the index which will be created previously, and it will delete overall values of that index. Okay, so index is deleted very easily, means it will be removed using a drop index command. Drop index and index name, it is very simple. It is similar to that dropping of view, dropping of sequence. It is similar. Drop index command and that name of index. So we can easily drop that index. These are some conditions where we cannot use the index. Okay, so these are the some conditions where we cannot create an index or index are not useful. First, if a table is too small, if there are only 2 or 3 rows, there is no use of index. Then second, table that having frequent changes, large updates or insert operation. If there is a frequently large updation and insertion operation on the table, then index will be having some problems. So we cannot create index on that situation also. Third, index should not be used on the column that contain high number of null values. So we cannot create an index on the column which having the high number of null values. Last, the columns that are frequently manipulated cannot be used as an index. So my dear students, we can create an index on a column. So that column must be a unique, it may be a primary key, but column does not have a null values. If there is a null value, the index having the null value will infect your operation of retrieval. So these are the 4 conditions where we cannot use a index. Reflection spot. Up till now we have studied a index. So what is the index in the SQL? Stop this video, write down your answer on the notebook. After completion of writing the answer, you can play this video again. So index is nothing but it is a lookup table on the database search engine. The index is a index to the book. It is similar to page number where the topic will be start. So we can create index, we can delete index using the create index command. We can drop index, we can drop the index. Basically there are 4 types of index: single index, then unique index, composite index and implicit index. So these are the index. Last point in the 3rd unit is a synonym. It is a very simple concept. Synonym. A synonym is a alternative name to the object. It may be a table, it may be a view, it may be a procedure, it may be a functions, it may be a sequence. So we can give the alternate name to any database object. That concept is called as a synonym. A synonym is a alternate name given to object. माझ्या विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, सिनोनिम म्हणजे ऑब्जेक्टला दिलेला अल्टरनेटिव्ह नेम. ह्याचा अर्थ काय आहे की आपल्या घरात आपलं रेकॉर्डला नाव असतं अमर आणि आपल्याला बोलवतं चिंटू. ओके, चिंटू हे सिनॉनिम आहे, ओरिजिनल नेम अमर. बरोबर ना, अर्थ कळलं का, त्याचा अर्थ तो आहे. ओके, तर सिनॉनिम किंवा एखाद्याचं नाव असतं पृथ्वीराज आणि त्याला बोलवतात घरी पिंट्या, तर पिंट्या हे सिनॉनिम आहे. बरोबर का. सो इट इज अ अल्टरनेटिव्ह नेम गिवन टू द ऑब्जेक्ट. ओके, so that concept is called as a synonym. The synonym provides you many benefits, means you can use a same object using the different name. Okay, also a multiple name can be increase the use of that object. Okay, so basically, so these are the two advantages of synonym. So we can have a multiple name on the same object. This object can be used by the multiple different users at a time. So that is the use of synonym. Also we can hide our identity. So to hiding the identity, synonyms can be used. So how to create a synonym? So to create a synonym, the syntax is create synonym or replace synonym. Okay. A synonym is created on any database object schema or on any database objects like a view, table, index. Okay, so what is the syntax to create a synonym? Create or replace, then that type of synonym public. If there is no public, then will be a private. Then synonym create public, private, synonym name from schema or object. Okay, so that will be syntax. So create a synonym for table name. So it will create a synonym for that table. If already synonym exist, then we can replace synonym name for a table name, or you can drop a synonym. A public synonym means a synonym is public, it will be accessed by all the users in that table. So that will be called as a public synonym. If you does not use the word public, then it will be a restricted synonym. So schema in the syntax is nothing but it may be a appropriate schema created by the user. Object may be a table, view, sequence, procedure, function, package. Okay, view. You can have a synonym for the synonym also. So it is an alternate name to any database object using the create synonym. For example, if you want to create a synonym on the supplier, okay, so what is the syntax? If you want to create a synonym, create a public synonym suppliers for app.suppliers. Okay, so it will create a synonym. Okay, and then original table is app.supplier. Now we have name supplier. If you want to select a rows from synonym, then syntax is select star from suppliers. So it can be same result as that of select star from app.supplier. Okay, so it will be an alternate name to the current table. If you want to delete a synonym, the syntax is very simple. Drop public synonym name. Okay, so that will be a very simple syntax to drop a synonym. If you want to delete a synonym, then drop synonym name is a syntax to drop a synonym. Okay, for example, drop public synonym supplier, which will be drop a synonym created on app.supplier. Okay, so it is a very easy concept. A synonym is alternative name given to current object. म्हणजे एक टेबल आहे स्टुडंट, त्या स्टुडंट टेबलवर आपण काहीतरी ऑपरेशन करणार आहे आणि आपल्याला अजून एक टेबल करायचं आहे, म्हणजे आपल्याला डुप्लिकेट टेबल न करता फक्त त्याला नाव द्यायचं आहे वेगळं. स्टुडंट 2 मधून आपण लिहू शकतो. तर त्याला कसं करायला लागेल, क्रिएट सिनोनिम पब्लिक स्टुडंट 2 फॉर स्टुडंट 1. म्हणजे स्टुडंट 1 ह्या टेबलचा अजून एक आपण टेबल लॉजिकली म्हणजे अल्टरनेटिव्ह नेम दिलं स्टुडंट 2. म्हणजे तुम्ही स्टुडंट 1 किंवा स्टुडंट 2 म्हणून तो टेबल ॲक्सेस करू शकता. तर ह्या कन्सेप्टला म्हणतात सिनॉनिम, अल्टरनेटिव्ह नेम देणं. ओके, डेटाबेसमध्ये इंडेक्स सिमिलर टू पेस्ट. ओके, तर ह्या व्हिडिओ लेक्चरमध्ये आपण इंडेक्स मीन्स व्हॉट बघितलं, इंडेक्सची डेफिनेशन बघितली, इंडेक्सचा यूज, हाऊ टू क्रिएट इंडेक्स, डिफरंट टाइप्स ऑफ इंडेक्स, हाऊ टू ड्रॉप इंडेक्स, देन व्हॉट इज अ सिनॉनिम, हाऊ टू क्रिएट सिनॉनिम अँड हाऊ टू ड्रॉप सिनॉनिम. तर माझ्या विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, MSBT क्वेश्चन पेपरमध्ये व्ह्यू, त्यानंतर सिक्वेन्स, त्यानंतर इंडेक्स आणि सिनॉनिमच्या रिलेवंट त्याच्या डेफिनेशन आणि त्याच्या रिलेटेड हाऊ टू क्रिएट, हाऊ टू ड्रॉप एवढंच विचारलं जातं. आणि ह्या कन्सेप्ट फार सिम्पल आहेत. W3 स्किल ह्या साईटवर जावा, ह्या कन्सेप्ट तुम्हाला तिथं प्रॅक्टिकली पण डेमॉन्स्ट्रेट करता येतील. इट इज व्हेरी इझी कन्सेप्ट इन द DBMS. दॅट इज अ व्ह्यू, कारण की टेबल आपल्याला माहिती आहे त्यामुळे व्ह्यू लगेच कळतो. सिक्वेन्स, इंडेक्स, इंडेक्सचे 4 टाईप, सिम्पल और सिंगल कॉलम इंडेक्स, युनिक इंडेक्स, कॉम्पोजिट इंडेक्स आणि इम्प्लिसिट इंडेक्स. ओके, त्यानंतर आपण बघितलं सिनॉनिम, अल्टरनेटिव्ह नेम गिवन टू द ऑब्जेक्ट, सिनॉनिम. ओके, तर पुढच्या व्हिडिओ लेक्चरमध्ये वी आर गोइंग टू इम्प्लिमेंट ऑल दिस प्रॅक्टिकली, देन यू कॅन इझिली अंडरस्टँड ऑल दिस कन्सेप्ट्स. ओके, आता तुम्हाला ते कळलं असेलच. प्रॅक्टिकली आपण जे हे इम्प्लिमेंट करू तर हे तुम्हाला फार चांगल्या पद्धतीने कळेल. आणि ऑपरेशन 2च आहे, एक तर क्रिएट करायचा आहे तो आणि तो ड्रॉप करायचा आहे. म्हणजे क्रिएट इंडेक्स, क्रिएट सिक्वेन्स, क्रिएट व्ह्यू. ओके, क्रिएट सिनॉनिम, ड्रॉप करताना ड्रॉप व्ह्यू, ड्रॉप सिक्वेन्स, ड्रॉप इंडेक्स, ड्रॉप सिनॉनिम. व्हेरी इझी. ओके, in next video lecture we are starting experiment number 9, in which we are demonstrating view, sequence, index and synonym. Okay, still then stay at home, stay safe, stay healthy, happy learning.